Morning. We know that in Torah it brings down numbers for months. Like we see B'chodesh Hashishi, in the third month they receive Torah, the Torah. B'chodesh Hasheni, in the second month when they counted the Jews. B'chodesh Harishon, when they left Mitzrayim. So in Torah, the number of the months is the proper thing. So even though mitzad, when you bench the chodesh, we don't bench with months. When we bless the new month, which we'll do this Shabbos, we don't bless the month with numbers. We bless the month with the name of the month, which came from Bavel. All these names of the months came from Bavel. So what is going on? Why don't we count with the numbers? So that is the difference between Torah and Tefillah. Tefillah is from bottom up. Torah is from above. And that is the difference. We see that by Yaakov Avinu, when he dreamt, he went up the ladder. Malachim are going up, he saw on the ladder, and going down. So from Tefillah and Bracha, we do the months that went up from Bavel. But the numbers are in the Torah. And that's the Maila of by the numbers. Now, we didn't have numbers in the Torah as a no choice thing. That as soon as we get the names from Bavel, we'll cancel out the numbers. It doesn't work like that. The tzad people, tzad doctors, tzad das tachton, we comfort someone, we give advice. That is mitzad the tachton, the bottom. Sometimes, God forbid, someone is in a predicament. You make him feel good. You tell him some words of comfort. Not necessarily it's true. And then when the solution comes, that has to be true. When the healing comes, that is the truth. When the actual healing comes, the Maisa Bepoil. And that's the idea of numbers. So what is the number 3? So when God took the Jews out of Mitzrayim, it was only God. That was one, the first month. First month, there's no choosing, no division, no anything. No, God takes the Jews out of Egypt, finished. You know, we were slaves for who knows how many years. Suddenly there's a God that has the strength to take us out of Golus. There's only one to look at, and that is God. When you have a predicament which you have no way to go out, and you have a Savior, so there's no one else. You have business advisors. One guy didn't work. The second guy didn't work. Third guy, it worked. I made my millions. So you look at this guy. You don't look at those guys. So if we have one There's nothing. And over there's no difference actually between a doimim, something that cannot do, cannot grow, cannot anything else. A rock does not grow. A table does not grow. Inanimate things that don't grow. And however it's done, is done. You don't see tables grow. You don't see chairs grow. You don't see handrests grow. So they have no choice. They have nothing. And when there's only one God around, He took us out of Egypt. There's no way, there's no other way. The second month starts problems. Not necessarily there has to be problems, but it gives way to problems. What's the problem? When you have two things which are equal. This one says, I'm greater. This one says, I'm greater. This one says, I'm right. This one says, I am right. But not necessarily there has to be a war in between two people. You can be together also. But it gives place that you have to choose. Which one do you want? Which company are you going to work for? Are you going to go with the Yetzer Tov, or you can go with the Yetzer Hara? You can go with the good inclination or the evil inclination. There's a war. Like it says, a big war is like a king. And there's a war. One tells you to do good, and the other one tells you to go do bad. One elevates you, and one pulls you down. There's a war here. And we see in the pasuk also in Parshas Rei, Anochi Nosem Fnechem Hayom es habracha v'es haklala u'v'charta b'chayim. You should choose out good. You should choose good in life. So the Yetzer Hara, like we have the evil inclination, what can he tell you? If you it's always not going to tell you if you do an Avera, you do a bad thing, you go to Gehenna. He doesn't tell you that, because then he'll be defeating his purpose. He tells you as follows: Gan Eden, Gehenna, after 120 years, you go to Gehenna. Now you're in this world, do an Aveda, have tithes, do something wrong. So now you don't know what to do. You have a Yetzer Tov, you have a Yetzer Hara. He tells you, okay, don't worry, after 120 years, we'll figure out what to do. So you don't know what to do. So there's friction here. V'chayish hashlishi is the thing that brings peace. The Torah brings peace in the world. The Torah was given to bring peace in the world. The third party is the one that gives you understanding. It does not negate the second party or the first party. Because the two parties cannot get along. So you have the third party, the third month. The third month gives understanding. So what do you have over here? It's as follows. You have two people arguing. The third person says as follows: we can negotiate here. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. Well, the Yetzer Hara is as follows. It's not negate the Yetzer Hara. He shows the purpose of each and everything. And by you not listening to the Yetzer Hara, that is what the third party is about. The Yetzer Hara does not want to listen to you. Does not want you to listen to him. And the whole purpose of Yetzer Hara is not to listen to him. So are we negating him? No. That is the whole purpose of Yetzer Hara, is not to listen to him. That's why it says there's two psukim which contradict. And the third pasuk shows that there's no contradiction. This pasuk is talking about this, and this pasuk is talking about that. There's no contradiction. And that's the mila of numbers. The first day of creation was only God. There was no problems. Second day, Gehenna was created on the second day of creation. God did not say ki tov. On the third day, he doubled ki tov. So we have to know that when it comes to third month, we have to know that we have to have peace, tranquility, be a man. So when it comes to Shakvataria, this one says this one says this, that's all in before the outcome comes. This one says this one says this. And in time of deliberation, halachas aikim, halachas aikim. Elu ve'elu divrei Elokim chayim. Everyone is saying their opinion. But once it comes into halacha, there's no arguing. There's no contemplating. There's no giving svaris of how he's right or how the halacha is wrong. Once it comes to Maisa B'Poyel, and that is Torah. Torah gives us the ruling, and Torah teaches us. And Torah is truth, and you cannot argue with truth. That's why we don't cancel out the numbers. The numbers are still there to teach you that the third month is the Torah which brings peace. Torah brings shalom in the world. As we know, before the Torah was given, and even if there was peace in the world before the Torah was given, then we wouldn't need Torah. But since Torah was given after 26 generations, is a proof that Torah brings peace to the world. And that's the reason why it's brought down in Shulchan Aruch that first you daven, that's enough tefillah, milamata lamayla, and afterwards you learn Torah. But in order that you should daven properly, you learn Chassidus beforehand. But the Chassidus is that you should daven like a mensch. And be a mensch. And through Achdus Yisrael, that a third party brings two parties together, we will come to Kabbalah HaTorah b'simcha v'pnimis v'tuv leivav. We'll be able to receive the Torah b'simcha, with joy and a good heart. And we'll have the third Beis HaMikdash, which will have our input and God's input together, and that will be an everlasting Beis HaMikdash. Long live our Master, Teacher, and Rebbe King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our Master, Teacher, and Rebbe King Mashiach forever and ever. Long live our Master, Teacher, and Rebbe King Mashiach forever and ever.